We are right at the ground zero right now, and as you mentioned, the death toll is 17, and you can see behind me there are cranes going at it, trying to rescue people. And just a few moments ago, the authorities had put up a screen right in front of us. It was difficult to see what was going on behind that screen, but they have now removed it. So what's happening right now is that the operations are still ongoing, and the authorities are yet to locate anyone alive. And what we have reported here and what we have felt here, that there is a stench in the air every now and then, which could point to the fact that there may be dead bodies, lot of dead bodies trapped under that rubble, huge pile of rubble, and that will have to be confirmed by the authorities. But every now and then we've been smelling that very sharp stench in the air, that most likely is the smell of rotten bodies. And at the same time, we have spoken to a lot of people here. Some are saying off the record that as many as 400 people could be trapped inside that rubble, as many as 400. What the authorities are officially saying is that about 70 to 80 people are unaccounted for, trapped under the rubble, but many people have been saying that at least 400 people, most of them migrant workers from the neighboring country of Myanmar, are trapped under that rubble. We spoke to a few authorities here. They have not been there on the record, but a lot of them have said that off the record that it could be that only the supervisors could be Thai people, and the workers, mostly the daily wage laborers, they are mostly from the neighboring country of Burma, and their families have been waiting here all along, trying to get a glimpse of their loved ones, hoping that they might be rescued. You can see these cranes on the screen. They have been deployed here since day before yesterday. They are in about 12 to 14 in number. They have been coming in, and they have been putting up these piles of steels and concrete on one place, and one or two trucks are coming in, lorries are coming in and taking out these rubbles and dumping in some other place. Just a few moments ago, as I mentioned, they had put up a screen. Authorities are not saying why did they suddenly put up a screen. There was nothing visible just a few moments ago, but now it's quite clear, and the authorities are trying to locate the people. But as I mentioned, it's been really difficult. So far, not even one person has been found alive. But on the other hand, on the other side of the border in Myanmar, one or two people were found alive in the rubble, because most of the damage has been done on the Burmese side. But Thailand also continues to be in focus, because this is a major tragedy as far as Bangkok is concerned. Bangkok is not used to these big earthquakes, these big tremors. Burma, on the other hand, Myanmar, on the other hand, is lying on top of 4 different fault lines. So these fault lines are majorly responsible for these big earthquakes. Thailand is not on top of these fault lines, but yet the tremors were so strong that this building fell down. And also we've gotten to know that the construction company that was building this site is a Chinese company, and it's a state-owned Chinese company. And so far what we've learned is that the Chinese company had put out details of the construction before, but when the reports came out that it was involved in the construction, it deleted those posts, deleted that evidence that it could be the company, Chinese company behind. You can see victims' families here. They've been waiting here for the last 36, 40 hours. It's been more than 48 hours now since this building collapsed, and you can see the look on their faces. They are totally devastated. They have been just waiting to catch a glimpse of their loved ones, but so far it's only despondency for them. It paints a really grim picture out here. They have been here camped to the red side. You can see the camp here. This is where mostly the families of the victims who are trapped inside have been residing, and they have been here all along, and they've not really been talking to the media. They've mostly talked to the Burmese media. They are not ready to speak with other media. So a lot of people are yet to know from them that what they are feeling exactly. But it's quite clear that they're devastated. It's on their faces. Every now and then some people come in and they are seen crying. They're wiping their tears. It's a very grim picture, as I mentioned earlier, and it remains to be seen what happens to this. So it will have to be seen in the next few hours as to what's happening as far as the rescue operations are concerned.